Well, with rising costs burning holes in our pockets, literally, we're heading to our kitchen this morning where Chef Moira is ready to show us some cost-saving, delicious options.
So it's time for today's budget beater meal. Often when people are eating on a low budget, they assume that they need to cut meat protein out of their diets completely, as it can be very expensive. Well, next time, why not consider using a cheaper cut such as offal, just as Moira is doing today. Now, eating things like liver and kidneys, for example, allows you to consume animal protein without breaking the bank. Interesting, Moira, interesting.
Hi, Jan. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, we're talking about, especially, for somebody like me that needs to get that protein in as
Of
well.
course.
I mean, this is a great idea.
Of course, and liver is very high in iron and very good for you, very nutritious. And it's normally much cheaper than other meats in the marketplace.
Yes.
So you can either use ox liver, you can use chicken liver, or whatever you prefer. Let's get going and we'll talk while we're going through. What I've done already is I've sliced the chicken liver and I've put into some seasoned flour. So seasoned flour would be like salt and pepper,
Yes.
and maybe some chicken spice. If you've all
so-
got spices at home
Spice
to
of
add
your
flavour,
choice, yeah.
yes. Put that into the flour and then you just season it and then you fry the liver in a little bit of oil. And then you take it out, you drain it, and you put it into your oven dish.
Okay.
We all grew up with livers and onions. It's a very well-known traditional dish, and
Two
people
ingredients
love
that
it.
do go well together.
Correct. So I'm combining that traditional recipe with a lovely, delicious gravy, and we're going to add some vegetables in, so it becomes a one-pot type casserole.
Yes.
All right, so what you've got in there is your onions.
All right,
And I like to keep my onions nice and chunky, sliced, whole.
All right.
So we've added some garlic into there. We've put in some bay leaf. And I'm using dried herbs. Now remember, dried herbs are much more concentrated in flavour than they are when you use fresh.
Okay.
And so if you can't afford fresh herbs, you've always
Yeah.
generally got some dried herbs, the old bottle of spices. So I'm adding in some thyme and some rosemary.
Oh, nice. Perfect. Oh, you can smell that immediately.
Yes, I love it.
Wow.
I love the flavours of rosemary and thyme. Goes really well with the liver as well. All right, then we're going to add some tomato paste, some Koo tomato paste. This adds tomato flavour. Tomatoes are very expensive at the moment, so
Yes.
this is concentrated, so it gives that flavour and the colour into the dish.
All right.
All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add flour now. Because then when we add the juices, it'll start thickening up the sauces.
All right.
So you just stir it in for me. I'm so glad you're cooking today.
There we go, you see? But this is interesting. I love learning about different and interesting recipes.
Correct, and you can smell all those aromas coming through. You can
Yes.
smell the tomato, you can smell the rosemary, you can smell
Yeah.
all the garlic coming through. Now I'm adding in some Worcester sauce.
All right, so this will also help deglaze the pan a bit.
Helps deglaze. It also gives a lot of flavour. All right, and then I'm adding in some vinegar. Now I've used balsamic vinegar, but if you can't afford it, just use a brown vinegar
Yes.
that you've got at home. All right.
There
Just
we
a
go.
general.
Oh,
and what
smell
that's
that.
doing now is deglazing all the spices that have caught
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add in some chicken stock.
All right, there we go. And we wait for that to come to a boil.
And then that'll come to the boil. And we're going to add in some sugar just to
Balance out the tomato
balance out
sauce
the
as well.
tartness.
You see,
She's so clever.
I learn things,
A little bit of salt.
All right.
And then while you're stirring, I'm going to put some pepper in. So what we're going to do is once it starts bringing up to the boil, we're going to add in some sour cream and some fresh parsley and the Koo mixed vegetables.
Okay.
And this has got just a whole lot of vegetables. You don't have to buy all the fresh ones and chop it up because it's expensive. You just open up a can and you pour it in. And that's going to go over the liver.
Okay, cool. Easy like that. Well, if you want to get your hands on the recipe to our budget beater meal this morning, you can just SMS the keyword Koo to 33728. That's Koo to 33728. And we'll show you exactly what you need to do and what you need to get your hands on to make this meal. So you just quickly added.
I just added the sour cream. Now listen, if you can't afford sour cream, if you've got any cream at home that's gone sour, use that. Or if you've got milk that's gone thick, even cottage cheese works.
Okay.
But it just depends on what you've got. I've even put mayonnaise into it before as well because it also binds and makes it creamy.
All right, and that's pretty much it. And then this will eventually go over our liver.
Correct. You want to add in the Koo vegetables?
All right, let's just get that. Got it. All of it?
All of it?
Great.
All right, and you just mix that through. And that's basically your sauce done.
All right. Well, I tell you what, while we finish this guy up, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, Koo is our keyword. SMS that to 33728. But here's one last look at how we put it together.
Toss liver in seasoned flour and fry. Arrange in an oven dish, sauté onions, garlic, bay leaf and herbs. Add a teaspoon of leftover seasoned flour and mix. Add balsamic vinegar, Koo tomato paste, Worcester sauce, sugar and stock. Simmer for 5 minutes until lightly thickened. Stir in the sour cream, Koo mixed veg and parsley. Pour over the livers and bake for 15 minutes. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword Koo to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
And there you have it, a budget-friendly meal. SMS the keyword Koo to 33728 and we'll send you everything you need to know. Quick and easy, especially for the midweek. Why not?
Oh,
all right, so
fantastic.
our sauce is kind of thickened up now. It looks good.
Over me.
All right.
Pour it over, and then this will go into the oven of 20 to 30 minutes.
Smell that. I love all the spices
all the
in there.
flavours will come together with the livers. And then
Right.
I've got one here already done, if you want to move over.
So it goes into the
It
oven
goes
for
into
how
the
long?
oven to 20 to 30 minutes, and then you serve it with some mashed potato or some pap.
Yeah, very, very easy. It could be good for some pap as well.
It would be lovely for some pap, even if it's with some bread rolls or something like that,
Yeah.
to take up all the juices.
Brilliant.
But really, that's your liver, and then I just love to
Garnish
put
it
a bit
a
of
little
parsley or something. But it's a lovely, wholesome meal for the family.
Always got to make it look pretty, don't you? Love it. Thank you so much, Moira. That keyword once again, Koo to 33728 for our budget beater meal this morning. But we're asking you the question, what are some of your favorite budget meals to make for your family? You can share them with us. Send those recipes to food@expressoshow.com.
Only the best cooks serve Koo because they know it's carefully grown and made with meticulous attention. So when you serve Koo, you can trust you're serving only the best.